I just thought it was a really interesting script, I was very excited about working with Shire and Ditto, I think it's a really important story to tell. I have friends who are veterans and who have dealt with similar stuff to the sort of the struggles that we talk about in this movie. And so in a lot of ways it was kind of close to home, and I think a really important discussion to have. And I don't think there's been an accurate representation of how the battle comes home with so many men and women. So we were training with some great military consultants, guys in the Marines, and also some Navy SEAL guys to help us with the combat stuff that we do in the movie. And Shire and I got really close really early on. We met actually on a firing range doing work for the first time right before we were going to work on the film. And he's like, "Yo, we're gonna play best friends," and I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "All right, well, why don't we road trip to New Orleans and get to know each other?" And I was like, we can. He's like, "Pick you up Monday." And we did, man. And we just we got thick as thieves really fast. And that was as much about getting to know each other as it was about, setting the temperature for these characters and figuring out, what their backstory was and how well they know each other and what they've been through and where it was going to go from there. And that all kind of starts to feed and fuel the fire when you get to work, and then you can there's no kind of warming up period. You know the world you're in and what's at stake, and you can just play. Look, I hope there's just a discussion about the reality of this and the struggle that millions of families face. Not just the men and women that serve, that come home, still having to deal with stuff and acclimatized, but also how their families are affected. And it's really, really, really real. And I don't think it's being talked about and handled well enough, in this day and age. I mean, we have the resources to train individuals to fight and defend themselves adequately. Yet it seems like, when that struggle and those battles come home, there's a lot of people asking questions and left kind of hanging out to dry, and that's not really fair.